And we are alive. I'm seeing if I'm still getting... Yeah, the audio is still kind of dragging. I don't know why this is happening and why it started happening all of a sudden. Let's see if it persists now. I've got no music. No, it seems fine. I guess the opening's kind of heavy to run or something. Oops, I need to change the text thing. Let's change it to... Here we go. Pokémetroid 3.0. There we go. So yeah, been a while since I... Oops. Stop, alright. Been a while since I've gotten a chance to run this. I was using all my free time to play Metroid Dread. So now I get to do this a little bit some more. I'm really not super up to date with what I was doing, but we're in Rock Tunnel, kind of going into the point where the map really opens up and gives us a lot of more possibilities. I just fired it. So yeah, I'm mostly done with this hack. I even went ahead on the text because like the main problem, like really the only thing that was wrong with it thus far was some of the text was too big for the box. It was kind of clipping out of it because apparently the line that the editor gives you, like keep all the text behind this line, is kind of generous, and even if you keep it there, it still has a chance at least to clip out of it. So I messed with most of the text and I think everything's fine now. I don't think we'll be encountering that anymore, hopefully. I'll be keeping an eye out for it whenever the rival is on screen. But that's kind of it. The rest should be fine, but I just want to play all the way through before I can publish it. So I'll try to make a beeline for it. Though this run will be longer than the previous ones because we're doing the post game. Because you need to do a bunch of stuff to be able to get Mewtwo, which is Mother Brain in this. In the original ones you really only had to beat the Elite Four and I think catch the legendary birds, which were really fast to catch. But here you need to do all the Sevi Islands stuff, which is a lot more work, and also means we are going to have to catch 60 different Pokemon, which is why I'm not using Repel a bunch, because I want to have opportunities to catch new Pokemon. Ooh, that was really strong, but didn't quite do it. It's actually a holiday in Brazil. So I'm in the middle of a long weekend. Yesterday I had my first real social gathering event. We were still outdoors and not like getting too close to people or touching or anything like that. Hey, XTR Sunburn, thanks for the follow. What's up? I draw illustrations of Pokemon when I'm home. I sometimes do that too. Not so much, I actually don't draw that much Pokemon fan art. I mostly like drawing humans, really. It's definitely my favorite thing to draw, and the thing I feel like I'm actually pretty decent at drawing. But yeah, it was my friend's birthday, and I had 2 remote birthdays because of the pandemic, because my birthday is in May, so both times it was really not good, so I had 2 birthdays over Skype. It's not the best. We used to do, I don't know, I have a friend that I use that has a birthday close to mine, so we do our birthdays together and make it like a fairly big party in recent years. So I didn't get to do that. It's kind of a bummer. Definitely gonna do one next year. Anything here? I'm assuming there's an item. Oops, I'm not using repel because there might be... Oh, I don't have a Geodude yet. Gotta get a Geodude. Just for the decks. I wonder... I mean, Iron Tail will definitely kill, so let's try Pursuit. I hope it doesn't kill. It doesn't, good. Because Geodude's special defense is not very good, so... yeah. Ooh, I only have Pokeballs. I'll try once, see how it juggles. If it gets close at least. Oh, that's good. And we got it. Perfect. So, no name. You're just going straight into the box and you're never getting out of there. Sorry about that. What's this? Revive. Good, 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 good. I don't know if I mean, I'm sure I'll be able to buy revives when I'm out of this, because then the whole game just opens up. Oddish, oddish, oddish. Just gonna Iron Tail it. Should be fine. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna switch out then. But yeah, thus far no problems. I think I've learned enough. Like, text was the only thing that was new when it comes to editing Pokemon. The other stuff I now have a decent idea how it works. So everything's working out alright. I mean, I guess we will see if the legendaries are balanced. I did their fights, like I caught all the legendaries in testing, but I guess we'll see them in an actual run now. Maybe I'll mess with the learn sets or something. One of them is a bit overpowered or underpowered relative to the others. Dragon Rage will probably do it at this point. And yep. There we go. Dead Wolf, what's up? Been good? Glad to see you have got some time today. I don't know if you're at work or got some free time. As I was saying, it's actually a holiday over here. Let's use an antidote before I forget. I am not at work. Good. Or maybe I got it wrong. What's the holiday? It's I always get them mixed up, but it's pretty sure it's Independence. I always get, because for us, Independence and Proclamation of the Republic. Oh no, yeah, today is the Republic actually. Yeah, I got it mixed up. September 20th is Independence, right? And November 15th is the Proclamation of the Republic, because when Brazil don't I have, okay, it is. When Brazil became independent, we continued to be a monarchy for a while. Like, there was the Kingdom of Brazil, basically, with the same family of Portuguese kings, by the way. Brazilian independence was less like a bloody conflict and more like a son buying his dad's used car. He just went from being like the Prince of Portugal to the King of Brazil, and Brazil became independent because people didn't want to like pay taxes to Portugal anymore. Is this a wild fight or is this a trainer? Wild fight. I'm getting distracted. So yeah, it's not like the most epic story. It's funny because there's an old painting of like when the first king of Brazil like demanded independence, basically. Like he got a letter or something from Portugal and demanded independence. And it's like this really epic like pose of him standing on a horse and saying like independence or death, and it's like really isn't that dramatic. Even went like back to Portugal to be king of Portugal again, and then left Brazil to his son. It's not the most. I don't know. Oh, that's a crit. Yeah, I thought it was a little bit too much damage. It's not a story like where you get to be really nationalistic about it. It's just, I don't know, powerful people kind of negotiating stuff. You wonder how long it will be before the moon or Mars declares independence. I mean, we haven't got people leaving either yet, but yeah, I don't know. Will there even be nations by that point? We don't know what kind of political systems there will be. Like, we would hope by that time we would be evolved enough that that kind of stuff wasn't relevant, you know? People wouldn't have, like, colonies wouldn't be like being exploited. Wait, didn't I catch a Geodude? Okay. Guess not. I mean, we haven't got people. Oh no, that's the same thing again. Magnitude 8. I didn't even know there was. Huh. I guess I was kind of mixed up about the magnitudes. I think I'm thinking of hurricanes. Hurricanes is where the 7th is the. Oh, I'm in a trainer. I'm being silly. I get distracted talking about stuff and forget what I'm doing in the game. Kind of running out of pursuits, but oh well. Trying to learn Rage. Got any good plans for putting Dread content in this room? So, the thing about this game is I would like to like. Should I learn Rage? Should I haven't been using Spite. I'll put Rage in here. I would like to put like a bunch of metric creatures, including like Dread stuff. But I'd really need, at some point, like when I'm done with this playthrough and post the final version, I'm going to make some kind of post and ask people to share it around. Looking for people who would be interested in like collaborating to expand this ROM and like add a bunch more Pokemon and stuff like that. Then I would put Dread stuff. As otherwise, I really don't have that much. But you know, if I do like a bunch of Pokemon, the ME would definitely be a type of Pokemon. Ravenbeak could be a good lance. I guess just do another trainer like rival. Yeah, maybe. But I would be kind of thinking of, you know, making some kind of Pokemon based on it, on him, if we did a bunch of Pokemon. Like Dark Samus, I felt pretty comfortable that I would never want to be I never want her to be a Pokemon, so I could make her the rival. and not worry about it. But yeah, I'll think about it. Maybe if I decide I'm not going to do a bunch of Pokemon. But I'll be kind of interested in it. Mr. Taters, thanks for following. Oh, didn't work. But I really don't think I have any attack that won't faint the Onyx now. Got him. But you know, if we do like a Shozo Pokemon, you could make the evolution based on Ravenbeak. So I'd be worried about like using him up as a trainer. I was thinking Ravenbeak could use X types to fight and they're only weak to Metroid types. Yeah, that could be a thing, like if we expanded it, and if we made it like, let's make a whole Pokémetroid with only like Metroid based Pokemon. Like it would never be 150, but let's say like 70 tops, with some of them being like palette swaps. If we did that, then we could do like new types, you know, and especially moves, like give the Metroids an absorption move that is an actually stab move and good, you know, have signature moves for the new lines, and even something like having X type or Metroid type, that could be pretty cool, like have new types, that'd be super good, but I have no idea how to do that. I would need someone who really knows how to make Pokemon ROM hacks helping me and like taking care of that kind of stuff, and then I would basically be just the sprites guy at that point. Because if I'm going to be asking someone to help me, I'm going to, you know, also give them creative control. Yeah, that is just be, you know, a little bit beyond like what I know how to do at this point, like messing with types. So I made Metroid, you know, a good part of what I made Metroid Dragon type is so they're weak to ice. But if Metroid was its own type, then it could have like just be Metroid type and have all the weaknesses thought specifically for that. Just keep iron tailing. I'm thinking what would be the type. Definitely X types, because you could also, another easy way to like make more Pokemons would be to have like the X versions of Pokemon or something like that. And then we could have like other versions of Metroids. You know, Metroid type wouldn't just be this Metroid line. We could have like the Phazon Metroid line could be like Metroid and Poison, or even Phazon could be its own type, I don't know. Then you could keep some other types that already exist. But you know, switch some others out, like stuff that doesn't really exist in Metroid maybe. What kind of type would Metroid not use? Maybe rock. I guess there are some rock things that do that, and there are many like rock enemies in Metroid. Get rid of like rock. What else? I think most of them really are used. Chasing rockets for space pirates, yeah, definitely that's a thing. I thought if we like mastered the story, if someone wanted to do like the plot part, then I could do space pirates as like the villains. There still be humans, I feel, but they would be like based with like uniforms that made them kind of look like the Zebasians, you know, like with the collars, and maybe they could wear little hats that made them look like Zebasians. I guess it's Zebasians the way people say it. I'm not sure if people pronounce Zebasians or Zebasians. Anyway, those guys. I have like dudes kind of dressed like them. Adam could be Professor Oak. Yeah, definitely Adam is Oak. But then, like, who would be the leader of the Space Pirates? Because Mother Brain is Mewtwo. And Ridley is also, like, a thing. But I could have, like, a pirate leader. It would have to be kind of a made-up guys. Are the Space Pirates in Prime Sebastians? I'm pretty sure they are. They just got really redesigned. Because they look more like a lizardly than like bugs, and they like have hands and stuff. But I think it's just a redesign, because even if you look, like, the art for Space Pirates in the manual for Prime looks a lot more like Sebastian. Is there anything up here? Probably not. I'm just going to use a repel. I'm just getting annoyed. I think the only thing left to catch here is my chop, but not worth it. So yeah, let's use a repel. I have a repel, right? Please? Yes. Alright. So yeah, definitely Adam is Oak. What else? There be anything to be like? Yeah, I don't know. We could make. I forget the scientist lady's name from Other M, but I'm thinking maybe Bill. Could be her. I don't know, because there aren't enough Metroid characters. Like, even if you use, like, make the hunters the Elite Four, then you don't have enough for, like, gym leaders. There aren't that many humans. Should gym leaders just be other hunters or shows or trials? Oh, maybe the gym leaders could be like shows. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. We could also have like actual shows or NPCs. I guess that would be a possibility. Like, have them actually exist in this world. But then you couldn't have Shozo-based Pokemon. Crit, good. And hit. I'm getting pretty good Iron Tail luck. Okay, gotcha. I'm ready to be done with this cave. Don't suppose you let me by? Nope. But yeah. Really have to start digging up on like other media to pull some more Metroid characters. Have like the elf guy and the Chewbacca looking guy from the Metroid manga. What else? Have Joey and Diesel from the Samus and Joey manga, although Diesel would be kinda hard to turn into a human. Justin Bailey should make a cameo, yeah. Find out who that guy is. And I'm running out of Iron Tails here. Bye. Okay, anything here? Nope. And ran right past. I think here we start being able to evade some of them. Probably not this one because of this rock. How are my Pokemon? Are they fine? Yeah. Thought Justin was like a Sports Illustrated model, his password name on OG Metroid. Hello Arlek, what's up? No, Justin Bailey isn't a deliberate password in Metroid. It's just the way the passwords work for Metroid, there are just a lot of valid passwords, and someone just found this thing that works and that gives you a starting game where you have like you have Samus without an armor and stuff, because you get Samus if you get in the American version specifically of Metroid for the NES, if you get an ending where Samus takes off her armor, when you restart the game, which is just pressing start, the game just starts right back up. Samus isn't wearing an armor in gameplay. It's not like a password thing. That's just a password that does that. And there are tons and tons and tons of passwords that say real things and that exist and that look really tidy and like a code, but they just result naturally from the password system and how it works. There's one that's like Dragon Ball Z all caps, Dragon Ball Z all lowercase or something, and that actually works. Like there's also my favorite one is engage Ridley motherfucker, which I think is in all caps as well, and it spawns you like in the Ridley zone, also with like, but it's like weird. I think it has you like it has wave and stuff, but I don't think you have morph ball, which wouldn't even be possible, but like to do in game, but it's a possible password. Yeah, there's like a list. I think in the Metroid wiki you can find a list of a ton of passwords. Some of them only work on emulator. For some reason they would like crash an NES because like they overload the memory or something, but that's not actually a problem on emulator. So some of them only work on the emulator, which is kind of disappointing, but a lot of them work on either. So yeah, when people figured out, like they reverse engineered the password system, there's even a program now that you can just download and like check in all you want, like all the doors you want to be open, all the power-ups you want to have got, and where you start, and it will just generate a password that does that. Or you can like input a password and see what it results in. So people just started finding out a bunch of weird valid passwords for Metroid. This was a really poorly put together, kind of rushed password system that Metroid and Kid Icarus used because they were disc games in Japan. They have save systems in Japan, and then they made this, I guess they just asked the localization team to real quick like put together a password system because they weren't going to put a battery in the game like they did for Zelda. So it's really bad password system. It's like a ton of characters, and it uses every character in like the NES's like vocabulary. Like it's way too much. It's uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols, and it's like 20 characters. Like it's ridiculously huge. If you look at Mega Man, it's less characters than that, and it's binary. It's just dot or no dot. It's, you know, not that much less complex, like the amount of possible game states. So it's just really not the best thought out password system. I'm going to put the Metroid in front because Ridley is kind of out of PP, and I don't even want to wake it up. Let's let it rest a little bit. Isn't there's a move tutorial here. Where is it? I'm gonna use another repel. I can just buy more when I'm out. There's a move tutor for rock slide, yeah? I guess it's in the previous room. I don't know. I'll come back whenever I want it. I thought it was like here. Oh well. Yeah, I'll come back another time. It's a really good move. I might want it later in the game. So yeah. So now the game basically opens up. We can go almost anywhere. Ding, boom, boom, boom. And one thing that makes this really interesting, this is the first playthrough we're doing with X. I can kind of just give X any move on, like I'm going to get a bunch of TMs. Oh, I thought I could evade it. Oh well. I'm going to get a bunch of TMs on Saffron. It probably has a bunch of HP, right? Yeah, it was not the best choice. Because X can learn any TM. So we can think something, you know, what would now give us a lot of coverage for X. Because they're going to learn better, like learn set X moves over time. So right now we can give it TMs and not lose that much. I'm really not interested in fighting that many trainers at this point. So wait a second, yeah, good. Let's go. But yeah, I'm trying to do this as fast as we can. Also because it makes the game more challenging if we don't fight that many trainers on the field. It makes the key battles that we have to do harder, and it's more interesting to watch, hopefully. So what's up? Here we are. Let me get... Oh, I probably do have cut. Another thing doing limited Pokemon runs. It's always nice to just have all your gems at hand. We could probably do Erika kind of immediately. Even though the Metroid doesn't have any bug moves right now. Well, maybe I'll give X something that's good against her. So let's think about it. We have, for now, these three guys are going to be our theme. Because we can't get... I mean, we could get more of them. But there's... The legendaries are going to take a bit. But the first one... I mean, when it gets to Surf, we can get either Zapdos or Articuno. By which I mean either Phantom or Dragon. But until then, we have these three guys. So we have Dark, and later this is going to be flying as well. And we have a Bug and Dragon. X, what can't they do? I think we always have something against Rock, because right now we have Iron Tail, and later we have like Giga Drain. We have Electric. Actually, Grass is kind of a thing that we don't have anything good for right now until Ridley. So maybe Fire. Maybe we'll give X like Fire Blast. We'll see. Let's see what they have. Oh, by the way, Meowth, what have you got for me? Or Runberry. I think it's going to be mostly berries from Meowth because it's going to be low level. Not a lot I can do about that. I can't use it in battle. I mean, I guess I could put a Meowth in the daycare, but I don't care enough to do that. Roar, Hyper Beam, Dig any good? Rick, Secret Power. And Attract. Nothing here immediately catches my eye. Oh, let's get a bunch of Great Balls. Hurry on Ryu. No, never mind. But I'm pretty sure there's another TM guy, isn't there? I thought it was a lot more. Maybe I'm thinking of Gen 1. Ah, this guy teaches you something, right? Counter. Yeah, no thanks. I'm good. I mean, I guess you get some TMs from the girl on the roof. I don't really have any use for stones. Nothing evolves with stones. Nothing I can use anyway. Have to go now. Take care. Have fun. And see you next time. You too. Have a good one. What have you got? Oh, these things. Not going to use them. I think I'm more likely to want to just use rare candies and skip leveling up than use carbos or something like that to make the, you know, better overall. Oops. the text box so fast for this. I'm going to buy a bunch of lemonades because it's just it's like the cheapest health refill. It's way cheaper than potions. Just takes a while, just spamming this machine. I bought a bunch of fresh water and stuff accidentally, and soda pop. Okay, that should be enough for now. What's up? Light screen. Maybe light screen's interesting. Soda pop. What have you got for me? Safeguard. Safeguard's like you can get status, right? Again, could be really useful in like a certain moment. Like if I wanted to just teach that to X and have X like beat Erica just by itself, and then sorry, what's up? Yes, lemonade. And reflect, it's just defensive stuff. So X actually learns to reflect by itself. So yeah, I thought it was more. I think I was thinking of Gen 1, where you got a lot of like the strong attacking moves here. Oh well. Let me see what I have on the TMKs already. Maybe I got something I don't even remember. What have we got? Bullet seed, light screen, safeguard, dig, brick, break, reflect, shockwave. I mean, you could teach shockwave to Gamma Metroid. It's better than Thundershock. Like it's stronger and it can't miss. It's always nice to have a can't miss attack. You know, I think some things could technically be Pokemon trainers too. Like hypothetically, Ridley could use Pokemon until he runs out and enters the battle himself. I guess. I'm kind of thinking like you could screw up with that. Even if I could, like, say he always uses this last, and I haven't found that option in like the trainer editor. But even if I could, you could use like, it would still say like Ridley throughout Ridley, and it would still like roar and have him come in. I was thinking you could make like both a Pokemon based on Ridley and still have a guy that's like based on Ridley, but I wouldn't be able to be called Ridley, I guess, because I already used the name for the Pokemon. Well, you know, you could have a boss be like reminiscent. Some people in Pokemon even kind of dressed like a certain Pokemon, you know, like they're clearly supposed to, like, the design supposed to allude to a certain Pokemon. Ooh, Aerial Ace. I could save this for Ridley as soon as it evolves. Or I could have it now on X. I mean, it really does learn Aerial Ace anyway, so I'm going to use this now on X, just to have some fun with the fact that X can do anything. Just put it over Secret Power and have it. Just use it right now on Erica. Just to try that out. And I want to see how X does with its own stats against decently strong Pokemon, because it actually has really low attack. So I want to see how its low attack does, compensated by the fact it's a pretty decent super effective move. Like, does it still let me sweep a team that's like fully weak against me? Maybe like Ridley and Ridley clone. Yeah, I'll think about it. It could also be, I don't know, based on like Weevil. Also, who's a hunter from Hunters, who's like an X-Space pirate that hates Samus. So I could make him, just call him Weevil, just call Giovanni Weevil. And I reiterate this to anyone like watching this who happens to see this or know somebody who does Pokemon ROM hacking. Feel free to DM me on Twitter about like collaborating in the future. I don't really know people in that scene. So let's see, they're about my level. Does area always one shot? Not even close. So yeah, I'm kinda glad that I can't, because that way it would be overpowered. Like, it's already really good at like being a stalling Pokemon. If it was also just super versatile and could just teach you different stuff and always be sweeping, that would be a bit too much. So yeah, I'm just gonna be a bug. Should still do the trick, even though I don't have any bug attacks right now. I can probably just Vice Grip it. Poison Powder is fine, I have Shed Skin. So Metro is actually pretty good against most grass Pokemon, I feel, because they're very stats based. And even if I don't have strong thing right now. But I'll still like not reset or anything, I'm fine with Aerial Ace. It's a guaranteed hit, that's something. And the one Pokemon I'll have that could learn it, it's going to learn it by itself just a few levels later, so it's fine. Sleeping, that's fine. I'll just sleep a little bit. Oh, Shed Skin, just did it right away. Abilities in Pokemon really don't feel very balanced for me. I feel like some of them are so good and some are so not very useful. Like, Shed Skin is amazing, it has such a high chance. You get a chance to shed the status condition the same turn. And there's a really high chance every turn. It feels like at least a third. I'm just gonna make a straight line to Erica. Keep it like minimum battles. I tend to use the same handful of moves every Pokemon game. Yeah, that's a cool thing about like challenges, like doing challenges in Pokemon, or doing ROM hack in Pokemon. Because it makes you use stuff that you ordinarily wouldn't use. Because that usually is like a few things that work best, especially for single player. Like in competitive play, there can be like more punctual strategies, but when you play in single player... Oh, I have X out again. Oh well, I'll just keep it here. Maybe it will wake up. What was I saying? Yeah, especially for single player, like you want moves with a lot of PP, you want moves that hit reliably, you want a lot of damaging moves, so you have like high coverage. And that keeps you generally using the same strategies and not doing that much variety. So when you have like a challenge run, sometimes it forces you to try out some different stuff. A lot of like the most fun I've had with Pokemon was having self-imposed rules. Like the no level up thing, or only using one type, like a single Pokemon or a single type of Pokemon. Then you have to struggle a little bit more to have like a versatile team, and you might have to, you know, use moves that aren't that great overall, but are your best option in that specific situation. Because there's a lot of cool mechanics that really don't come into play very much in the single player. Single player kind of pushes you into a very brainless strategy of just attack over and over. Have a variety of strong moves and just use them. Use whatever is super effective over and over. Yeah, I'm thinking of trying a Nuzlocke, but I think that would be way too hard for me. Like, I feel Pokemon's too easy and Nuzlocks are too hard. Yeah, I get that. I actually don't enjoy the Nuzlocks that much. Because they kind of just incentivize you to grind a lot. You know, because otherwise it just takes forever, or maybe you kind of screw up, you get into a battle that you shouldn't have gotten into, like you weren't ready for it, and then you lose most of your team, and then now you have to grind a new team up to that level. You know, you got to get Pokemon out of the PC that you never used from previous routes and get them strong, so it just feels very grindy. Maybe it's interesting if you're like super good and you're going for like a fast Nuzlocke, but that's probably pretty difficult. That would probably be like too hard for me. I don't have that much game knowledge. 2 sweet cents in a row. Great. Like, I'm already not going to evade. Boop. Let's ice grip it. Bayleaf wouldn't ordinarily be in this game. This means that it was an Ivysaur. And I got the starters out because the starters are Metroid characters. They're not the type that they were supposed to be. So I changed all the instances of starters to Gen 2 starters. Paralyzed. Well. Will the Metroid actually fall here? Let's see. Yeah, Razor Leaf really didn't do a whole lot. And I'm already not paralyzed, yeah, so Metroid is looking fine. Leech Seed does more damage per turn than Razor Leaf. But yeah, still gone. I'd probably have tried a Nuzlocke a long time ago if Pokemon let you do multiple save files. I guess, yeah, that kinda disincentivized to do it in original hardware. Do I want to learn growth? But you know, if you own a game, I feel like it's more than okay to just get a ROM of it and play it. Although, yeah, I don't know if you have a platform to play the ROM though, so that sucks. Yeah, you'd have to have some kind of jailbroken device since you don't use PC. User body is supposed to grow, raising the SP attack. Special attack. How much do I use special attack? Like, I do use it right now with Shockwave. But is Dragon normal or is Dragon special? I forget. I'm gonna Google that real quick. Sorry about the audio glitches. special. How is it going? Let's see. Dragon is special. So I guess maybe, but Screech lowers it sharply, though it is for only one enemy. I could probably do it on Vita now that I think about it. Yeah, there's an option. I feel like Screech is better. I'm going to keep Screech. Alright, let's just heal up and get ready for Erika. I'll use up my super potions I have left. Moin. Yeah, I feel like that's good enough. Should I start? Nah, Corax I feel like it's not very useful, but I'll start with Lily. I mean, Corax would probably only be useful for Tangela. I feel like the rest is all poisonous, and Toxic's really the best thing Corax can do, considering how little Aerial Ace did there. But yeah, I'm glad X, like it worked out that X, like with rollout, X still can do a lot of damage and have that be useful, but normal attacks like Aerial Ace are not going to help you very much. I feel like that wasn't a good idea. I should have used Iron Tail even with the miss chance. Victory Bell probably has a lot higher special defense. How much is that doing? Quite a lot. Let's see how much Iron Tail does. Not too great. Yeah, it's going to take me out and probably heal like half. Yeah. So I may be underprepared for this. Did I save before this? I don't think I even did. I feel like I forgot. This might be a problem. See how much Dragon Rage does. Yeah, I can hope they waste a lot of turns statusing Metroid only to have it return to normal because of shed skin. Yeah. Acid, let's see how it does. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. So Metroid might just be able to... It's also higher level right now. Metroid might be able to just single-handedly beat Erika. Tangela, that's the one I'm going to save Metroid's... you know, save it from getting hurt by Tangela, and try to do this with X. Between poison and, you know, my HP, I can probably take out Tangela fine. It does have ingrain, but so now it should be kind of... I feel like poison takes more than ingrain heals. Well, if you use a full heal, then that's a different story. Super effective, takes as much as one poison. Oh yeah, ingrain just doesn't do that much. Missed the poison gas though. I feel like poison gas is really bad accuracy, right? I became normal. I am now a normie. Poison gas, come on. And don't full heal anymore. It's annoying. Now I am poisoned because I'm not poisonous. Alright, well played, I guess. Just making it so unnecessarily long. The Metroid could probably beat it and just be fine. Giga Drain, huh? Oh, that was a crit. That sucks. That was really bad luck. Because that was the only one that was going to hurt a lot, because now I'm grass type. Yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked by Tongala. Between Green just to extend my life. It's going to start fast forwarding this battle. But yeah, Tongala is definitely winning out. Yep, that was it. So that was all the damage that X was able to do on Tongala. Will be the... Oh, I didn't... Oh, I should have healed. I'm out of Dragon Rage. Oof, and I'm sure Dragon Rage would have done a lot more than that. Tongala is defensive. I didn't know how high physical defense Tongala had. It's pretty crazy. Or is it just a ton of HP? So that's a bit of a problem. Let's hope. The last one I think is either a Gloom or a... Oh no. Oh, you suck. I hate potions. You deserve to be crits now. Come on, one crit. I'm just gonna fast this forward. Tongala is making everything take forever. Die. It keeps critting me and I never crit them. Don't you dare use a potion. Okay, good. But now I'm in a pretty bad state. I need to beat Vileplume very fast. And I really only have Vice Grip. Oh, I'm super dead. Yep. Even a crit wouldn't help me now. And now the other Pokemon are coming out. I mean, I guess I can just let them out. Or do I reset? I forget when the last time was that I saved. I'm just going to send them out, they're going to die, and there's no way any of them does anything, you know? What should I do? Cut's not going to do any damage. Oh, and it doesn't matter, because it's just going to kill me every turn. Diglett, you can do it. Oh, Diglett's actually faster. That's pretty high level, actually. I assumed it was lower level, but Diglett Cave has really weirdly high levels. Now you're going to get it. Boop. Not very effective. Yeah, well. So yeah, I really didn't do very good against Erica. I feel like I should be able to just sweep this match, right? But oh well. Threw some money away. Let's do it now. Should be fine. I will just have Metroid in the first row. Like, I'm sure Dragon Rage would do a lot more damage than... Oh, I really hadn't saved in a while, so... I think. Unless I say... Oh, no. I suck. He has 3 Pokemon. Just die. Oop. So yeah. An unfortunate slip up here. I really need to heal and save more. Yeah, I get overconfident. Definitely gotta remember to get my Dragon Rages back now. I believe I didn't even enter the Pokemon Center. I get so distracted when I'm streaming. That's why I ran out. Come on, let's be careful now. Down here. Oh, that's the bikers. What's your deal? Alright, and you. Okay, good. In here so we don't get the nerd. And we're done. So much wasted time. Alright, going to heal in the Pokemon Center, first thing. Not making that mistake again. Okay, good. Healed and oops. And saved. Good. And let's do this. Another thing I'd have to learn how to mess with is Pokemon cries. I'm actually just gonna reset, screw that. If I change more Pokemon, like it happens that the ones I changed, I feel like the cries are okay as they are. But some of them are going to be like really specific and not work for anything. Like I notice Meowth's cry is very much a meow. Oh! I'm an idiot. I actually fought that first girl, right? Not fighting any extra trainers. I'm pretty sure I don't hear, didn't fight that. Okay. Well, now straight to Eric. I'm going to save in front of Erica. And let's go. But in terms of like harder Pokemon, there are a lot of ROM hacks to make it a little bit harder. I was disappointed never to find one that's just like straight up high red but harder trainers. It's always, they always add a bunch of stuff like from other Pokemon games, like Pokemon that aren't usually in the game. They always mess with more stuff, when I would be fine with just harder trainers. So yeah, let's just, I'll try Vice Grip and Dragon Rage in this one to see if it, yeah, Vice Grip not a lot. Let's see how much Dragon Rage does. Yeah, Dragon Rage is a lot better. It's actually choosing moves that are very not good for me. Just acid over and over. Don't love it. Especially when it poisoned turn 1. Oh well. It's actually pretty bad because I'm going into the last one with a very weak Metroid. At least I got over poison. Maybe to like waste a turn poisoning me. Stunning me. Well, if I attack, I should be fine. Yep, it's fine. No, it doesn't. It isn't fine. I thought, like, because there are no ranges with Dragon Rage, it always does the exact same damage. I thought if it went yellow, it meant that a little like at least 50% of the HP was gone. But I guess not, because I did the exact same damage twice. And it survived. Oh well, am I still weak? Am I still slower? I don't think so. I think I was only slower. Oh, Hyper Potion, love it. I think I was only slower because... So we can just do this forever. Acid, oops. That's too bad. Mysterior. If she uses another Hyper Potion, I'm pretty much screwed. Otherwise I should be fine. Yep, I'm fine. There we go. So, we beat Erica, we got our money back. What is this? Giga Drain. So we can teach this to Metroid right now if we want, which could be cool. Getting Giga Drain early. But usually with teaching moves, I prefer to teach them whenever they seem necessary, right? So, you know, you can always lose a move that you learned before. Okay, we still have scope. I thought it might be like Professor Eid kind of person. So yeah, so now it's the game corner, right? Could be a point for the X to be useful, because a lot of poison Pokemon. But again, it's just so slow in doing damage. What's up? So yeah, I like to make them space pirates. But again, I want someone to help me, like changing out the text. They're like, I feel like if we had a bunch of people just collaborating on it, then everybody, like nobody would have to like put in a huge amount of time. It could just be a hobby thing that you do here and there, and it would still get done in a reasonable amount of time. Pretty weak, pretty weak. Might be Dragon Rageable. No. I mean, it's an evolved form. I usually had a rule in my head that it seemed like level 20 and below, most Pokemon died to one Dragon Rage. But I think that let's try in this first form. I think it's mostly... even this first form, no. So yeah. Then the guy disappears, no stairs, and the button that opens the stairs is here. Not sure how that works, but okay. And Rocket Hideout. Let's see if I can remember how to do this with some level of efficiency. It would be cool to see what evolved Metroids are capable of doing. We never actually see them wreck shit because someone shuts them down. I mean, I get... Like, the idea is they would probably like completely like destroy a civilization. It's kind of weird that evolved Metroids kind of don't seem like as big of a problem as the larva form Metroids, because those are like immune to everything. Like Samus shoots them with super missiles that are supposed to be the super strong weapon, and you know they don't even care if they're not frozen. But the evolved Metroids don't need to be frozen, they can be beaten with like normal weapons. So it seems like less of a big deal, it seems more like an army could take them out. But I guess the idea is they're not. I usually imagine that like a Metroid colony would be made mostly of like the larva form Metroids collecting energy and stuff, and the others have some kind of other function where they're like, you know, they're supposed to be like actually physically strong in a way that Metroids aren't, or like hunt or something. Because otherwise, like the larval form is kind of the strongest one, right? In Metroid 2, all the Metroids you see like already evolved from a larva, but larvas in the end of the game are still like more menacing than the alphas and gammas you have been fighting. Like you can kill them quicker, but only because you have Ice Beam. If you didn't have Ice Beam, there would be nothing you could do. Ooh, what's this? Oh, just a super potion. Kinda pointless. What's the point of this whole area? Like, you can only come up here and then you can only come back to exactly where you were. Alright. I mean, I think there's no point in coming here yet. Like, I did the same thing last run. There's no point yet. I have to do the other floor first. Did this guy just spin like counterclockwise? No. Just a coincidence. So I have to do this first. No, actually, no. What is this? Rare candy. Good, good, good. I'm going to want those. Alright. What's up? Just ignore the guy. Wait, phase 4? Sorry. I'm just saying, if you had to do a mission where you're hunting phase 3 Metroids on the active Federation base, see track shit as you try to catch up to it and kill it. With phase 4, I forgot phase 3 is the annoying one that just runs away. Yeah, there's like the larvas, then the alphas, the gammas, the zetas, and the omegas. Omegas being the really final one. And yeah, they usually don't last that much. And I guess this is not gonna happen now. Supposedly, they said they're done with Metroids, and other Metroid games are not going to be about Metroids. Snatch, not very useful. What's up? You could do it right now in Prime. That's true, that's true. Primes are prequels. Yeah, it would be cool to fight some evolved Metroids in Prime. You only really see like the larva forms in those. I really don't know what Prime 4 is going to be about, because it's going to be a new arc anyway, right? Because the original 3 Prime games were in some way about Phazon, even though Prime 2... First time chat, what's up? Oh, I didn't know this updated again. Yeah, I haven't posted the version 3 yet because I'm testing it out. When I'm done with this playthrough, I'm going to post this version, and I'm going to put like an open invitation for people to maybe get together a group to make like a future version. Well, maybe not. Sam seems surprised to see them in 2, so it could imply it's just for... yeah, I mean, but Prime doesn't care about that stuff. He really doesn't. Like, Metroids weren't supposed to, like, have gotten out between Metroid 1 and 2. Like, supposed to just have found out, okay, Space Pirates got Metroids from SR388, so we shut them down in Zebes, and now you're going to the origin to be rid of all of them, because if we get them at the origin, there will be no Metroids left, right? But between that, there's the Metroid series, where Space Pirates have taken Metroids to like a bunch of different planets, so clearly they have Metroids. They don't need them anymore from SR388, they don't need to steal the larva back from the Federation, the start to Super Metroid, they have them. They have them like in a bunch of different planets. How did they not have like a single sample left after that, when Samus never really took them out everywhere? Yeah, but she didn't kill them all because there are still space pirates around for Super, right? So they're still in Zabis. Also, how is Pirate Homeworld if Zabis is still around and they're from Zabis? I feel like it's best not to worry too much about continuity of the Prime games. Just play them as like kind of their own thing. Well, should I land Sludge? How much damage does it do? 65 and it may poison. I'm gonna put that over Vice Grip, I think. Yeah, over Vice Grip. For shizzle. See, Zabis pirates aren't from Zabis. They're just like adapted to the world. Also, yes, they aren't one race. No, most like it's very clear that Zabisians are the ones with like the claws. Like that's the one like the ones that fly around and spit are also space pirates, but they're Rippers. I think no Ripper. I totally missed it. Rippers is a different enemy. What's the name of the swoopy flying ones? I always forget. Anyway, like there are a bunch of different things. But like Zabisians are from Zabis. The Metroid manga is what has been used recently to like to base the lore. Like it came out around the same time as Fusion, and then Greyface and Old Bird were in the endings to like the Japanese only endings to Fusion, and then they're in Zero Mission. Really, like not everything that thing is canon, but they're clearly what Sakamoto thinks of as the story and what he keeps putting it in the games and making canon. Other M's also full of stuff that was first in the manga. And the manga says that Zabasians are just from Zabis. Mother Brain just kind of raised them up as a new species to rule over. Like Mother Brain's a Shozo computer, and she raised them up to like rule over them because they're like influenceable, and she really just wants a race that wants to like expand and take over. So there are like these bug type things that aren't even like shown as that rational. They're just kind of these bugs that Mother Brain can kind of instruct to like expand and dominate more universe. Like in the Japanese lore. In Prime, pirates seem a lot more rational because you have like their logs and they have like scientists and stuff. But Metroid Manual really implies that it's really just Mother Brain kind of running them, like making them function. Do I have any incentive to beat these guys, or can I just ignore them? Speaking of translation weirdness, I heard Samus never does bounty hunter stuff because the creators didn't know bounty hunters do. They just thought it sounded cool. Yeah, I've heard that, and I'm pretty sure she's not called a bounty. Like most stuff just calls her a space hunter. Like recently, I think some old stuff call her a bounty hunter, but most of the time she's like a space hunter. That's like the name of things that the people that Federation started recruiting to like fight the Space Pirates expansion, and they're just called Space Hunters, which kind of makes more sense. But then like Dread explicitly mentions a bounty, which is really rare for Metroid. I really can't remember another case in which they specifically mention a bounty, and then Dread does in the weirdest moment, because Samus is kind of an enemy of the Federation at this point. Like she disobeyed orders, exploded a whole space station for the Federation. Like her and Adam seem to assume very strongly that the Federation would consider them enemies at the end of Fusion, but then apparently they're like able to take a Federation bounty to go investigate the axe in Dread. So that's kind of weird. I feel like it's because it's a Western game and they have this idea of Samus as a bounty hunter more in their head. the Metroid is over leveled. Let's let the thing go. I actually like the Metroid manga is not really good, but I liked it. I like all the villains. I like the characterization of all the villains. I really like the Zabesians be like the idea that Mother Brain was like done with the shows, like she was created by the shows, but they have lost like the expansionist like this it's kind of like in Alien how some people are really fascinated with the alien because it's this creature that's so good at like expanding and it's like the drive for life and for like evolution and conquests and stuff. Some people really kind of idolize that in the alien. Mother Brain is kind of like that, where she's kind of does the she thinks the shows are a bunch of hippie libtard cucks that don't want to take over the galaxy, and she just wants like this army of creatures that really just want to expand the hive and that are easily kind of influenceable by them. So she's kind of the kind of leader that creates empires. I think there's a cool characterization of her and why she would like not want the Shozo anymore and turn on them. And Ridley is really evil and gross, and I really like him. Yeah, realistically, Samus needs to get paid for her work, right? I mean, I guess. But they could like pay hunters like a regular kind of stipend just to be doing the work, and not make it bounty based. Seems, I don't know. My gosh, 1-2 Ridley looks so derp. Yeah, I when I was drawing, like researching and drawing the sprite, I grew to kind of like the mysterious creature form because it's so silly. Looks like a chihuahua. And it kind of makes sense because it's like an adolescent form of a creature that's growing really fast. So he's really kind of lanky and awkward. And it was like this feathery creature, so now the back's kind of feathery but the front isn't, so it looks like it kind of bursts through the old skin. I really like it, and then it becomes a little bit more dignified as it becomes an adult and kind of gets a grip of like the instincts of like being really energetic and growing and eating everything. It's like an exceptional mission, like it's not being a specific criminal. Like maybe that specifically had a bounty or something, I don't know. I don't really mind. It's not the kind of stuff that I like, I need absolute consistency with stuff, it's fine, whatever. So yeah. But kind of the Western and Japanese sides of the fan base got these really different ideas of a lot of stuff from Metroid. Like there's the bounty hunter stuff, and I feel like the Prime games, like Western audiences pay more attention to the Prime games, and Japanese audiences are more likely probably to be aware of the manga. So even the characterization of like Mother Brain can be kind of different, because Prime 3 implies really heavily that Mother Brain was a human computer, because there you have the Aurora units that look a lot like Mother Brain, and when you have a corrupted one phase on in the final level, it starts acting a lot more like Mother Brain. So it's pretty heavily implied that Mother Brain was a human computer that somehow ended up leading the Space Pirates. But then they made the manga version more canon in recent games. Like, I'm pretty sure Other M makes it explicit that she was like created by the Shozo and then decided to rule over the Zabesians. Also, I feel maybe I missed some lore thing or misunderstood something, but when I played Prime 3, I got the impression that they were trying to say that pirates weren't really from Zabas, they were from Pirate Homeworld, and they were just called Zabesians because reasons. Just a coincidence. Sometimes words just kind of sound alike. Or I mean, maybe the humans just called them Zabesians because they thought they were from Zabas, but they weren't originally. You could explain it away. But I'm pretty sure by this point it's canon that they are from Zabas originally. and Mother Brain just kind of raised them up to be the new dominant species. But yeah, Zebesians really seen a lot more like just an advanced species in Prime. That, you know, Mother Brain happened to be the leader in that point, but then they just took Brilliant as the leader. But they were like their own advanced species. When I think the Japanese thing really puts them more like just a kind of horde of bug type beings that will follow whoever's like the strongest presence around. So Mother Brain kind of gave them the technology to make them, you know, an organized thing, but then she got taken out and really just kind of took them over by being strong. And you're not really supposed to think of them as a proper like, advanced species. To be fair, once all three Prime games look different from each other, probably different species. Yeah, they really they really redesigned them both in Prime 1 and Prime 2, but I thought they were still just, like called Zebesians, aren't they? Or are they just called Space Pirates? And they're just like expanding the amount of creatures that are Space Pirates, because that probably works better. Prime was my first Metroid game. Sometimes it's hard for me to think of the series that came after everything. Yeah. Plus they're pirates. No, they aren't. Just pirates. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Because they really don't look... as I mentioned, I don't know if it was before you entered, but I mentioned before that like the manual for Metroid Prime, like the first thing in the manual is like an explanation of what are the Shozo and what are the Space Pirates. And the art for Space Pirates looks a lot more like a Zebesian. It has like the claw thing, and it has more of a bug-like appearance, and it really doesn't look much at all like any pirates you see in the game. So I guess they just decided to make them not Zebesians because it made more sense, which is good. Like still some weirdness of like Ridley in one moment his leading space pirates which are just Zebesian, in another moment he's leading space pirates that have no Zebesians, but I guess they're a very diverse group. Also, is the Federation just humans, or does it include aliens? Because I feel like that's another thing. Like, none of the Japanese games seem to ever imply that the Federation includes anyone but humans. But the Prime games, especially Prime 3, have some weird aliens in the Federation. Are those like really rare people and they just happen to be bounty hunters because they're like, you know, they have more abilities than regular humans? Or is the Federation supposed to be full of aliens? Like the illustration, like the color pencil illustration of the Federation in the original Metroid manual seems to be aliens, but like none of that really looks anything like nothing the Metroid manual looks like it looks in the game. Even that game, let alone future games. But also like the Metroid, the comic, that was the first thing that had Samus being raised by the Shozo. In that, the Federation had a bunch of aliens. Even like the leader of the Federation was like a weird green dude. We just don't know much about enough about the galaxy. Yeah, the Metroid always kept the universe very not explored, which I was fine with. Because it's very self-contained stories usually, but you know, recent games have expanded it more since I guess Fusion. But yeah, one thing that I would have changed, and I guess my invented Metroid 5 that I came up with before they announced Dread kind of shows that. But one thing that I would have changed in Dread is I would have liked the Federation to be more antagonistic. I prefer that. I left with really low life. Let's see if we can take it out just with aerial ace. Because I like the man being evil. It's more alien-like. Like you turns into at the point where your character is like fully outside the institution. It's kind of like Alien 3, which is really good, by the way. Not everybody watches Alien 3, and it's super sad and heavy. But I think it's really good. I think it's the second best Alien movie after the original. I don't need to be Star Wars or anything, but some stuff probably deserves an answer. Yeah, I feel at this point, there's been a lot of games. I like keeping stuff vague to some extent, so you give people a lot of possibilities for stories, right? I really don't like when people map out the entire world, because then you're very limited in what you can do. Well, some stuff could be cool. But yeah, I am personally way more I usually prefer not having a lot of aliens, having it mostly humans in space, and having aliens be really different from humans. I'm not super into having a lot for that kind of stuff, for more gritty, which I guess the ship has sailed in Metroid, being the kind of more gritty science fiction stuff, more hard science fiction where aliens are just these completely different creatures. Because Shozo have already been shown to be really human-like. Dread has made it canon that Shozo have abs. If you see the show, it's not called Shozo Memories. It shows something else in this game. But she's shirtless Shozo, and they totally look like people with bird heads. Because they were really vague earlier on, even in Super Metroid, you only see statues, and they're kind of lizard-like. Really, in the original Metroid trilogy, I don't even think it's 100% clear that those statues are what the Shozo actually look like, Statues can be stylized. We make statues of people with animal heads, doesn't mean that we have animal heads. But then everything got a lot more comic booky. Now there's a bunch, since Hunters, there's a bunch of alien races of cool different guys with powers. There's Shozo are still around. Samus has alien blood and superpowers. It all got a lot more I love that you can sit next to Giovanni. That's cool. Let's save here. Let's save just sitting next to a bud. So it got a lot more silly. At this point, might as well just have a lot of fun races. But yeah, I usually prefer for that kind of stuff to have humans and have aliens be super crazy and different, and you can't really relate to them in any real way. I really preferred the Shozo being extinct, and Space Pirates being just really bug-like things that you can't really relate to as people, and may not even have a sense of individuality and stuff like that. They could just have a hive mind, be kind of like Starship Troopers, where the bug alien force is really, doesn't work like humans at all. It doesn't have our idea of individuals and the value of life and stuff like that. That's all made up human things. Their technology being really different. What shall we do? I think Dragon Rage, a couple should take it out. I thought they were extinct until Ravenbeak and Quiet Robe. I mean, not really, because at that point it wasn't that surprising that they were still around. It was more surprising that they showed one, because at the moment that Samus was raised by Shozo. Like, Samus was raised by Shozo until she was a teenager, or so, at least a teenager. Like we see her with them as a teenager, and then she's like what? Let's do like a generous guess and say she was 30 when I don't know, like by the time of Metroid 1. Because it really doesn't sound like it was that much time. Even then, like maybe the shows have been extinct for 15 years in Abyss. And they had a galactic empire where they were in a bunch of different planets. Even like in Talon 4, they only got extinct in Talon 4 when the asteroid hit. They were still around, just living like the hippie life, one with nature and all that, until they got hit by the thing in Impact Crater, like the phase on asteroid thing. So, you know, there would be no reason for them to just happen to have gotten extinct. Like in the last 15 years, they just became extinct in like every planet they were in. That was a crit? Wow, it's not very impressive. Let's sludge it. So even if you take me out, you know, I can get poisoned. So yeah, like every Shozo just keeps dying. But they're still around. Which, you know, that's a thing that I never really liked that much. I really prefer them being extinct for like thousands of years. Because like the manuals always call like Shozo an ancient species in like the original trilogy. But I guess they're an ancient species in the same way that like humans are an ancient species. Like we have been around for a long time, but we're not gone or anything. Just ancient. We just existed for a while. So yeah, I feel like that makes them a lot less cool. Again, like my headcanon you know, for the original trilogy is Samus just scavenges old technology, but the Shozo have been extinct for a long time. But have you got me out? Another berry. Let's go. Woo. Da, 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 da. I feel like that doesn't make sense. Wouldn't everything except like Metroids be ancient? Yeah. No, I was even, you know, I was saying that kind of kidding, because the only way you can say they're not contradicting the old manuals is by saying like everything is ancient. Because, you know, pretty much every species by the time it has technology is probably ancient. Nobody just pops into existence and invents spaceships. I feel it. There's probably a hidden item here, right? What else would it be like this? Although there are hidden items that you can't find unless you have the item finder, so yeah. Oh, this is not the old lady. This is Eevee, and I don't. I mean, Eevee is a free Pokemon on the Pokédex. Let's get it. But yeah, I really prefer. Oops. Them being extinct, but that's just not the lore at this point. Like right now, are there still any Shozo? Were all the Shozo that were left the ones that were with Ravenbeak? And now they all died? Like were literally all of them in the planet at that moment? Sounds kind of improbable. So I don't know. So let's go to Pokemon Tower, and that means another rival fight. Let's see our evil sister again. Oop. Oh, I didn't get the tea from the old lady. Also, what even made ZDR explode? Just whenever Samus leaves a building, it just explodes. It's just a thing that happens. I don't know. Every single enemy that Samus ever had rigged the planet they are currently on to explode upon their death. It's just, I don't know. They just don't want to have the planet still be there, and they explode it. So yeah, let's get through here. What's up? Do you want some old lady tea? Wanna share it with every guard in every post? Sounds good. So, any possibilities here? Anything that I should be thinking of? Guess I could go to like the fighting dojo, but meh. Just buy some stuff at the shop, I guess. All you had to do was say Federation is going to destroy and prevent the X from getting out. I mean, I guess they probably just wanted an escape sequence, because they feel like you need to have an escape sequence to beat Metroid, which I disagree with. Especially because it's, like, in my opinion, kind of the coolest, more memorable escape sequence is the one from Metroid 2, where there is no timer and you're just walking out of there slowly with the Metroid, having it open the way to you. I'm pretty sure there is no timer, right? It kind of takes forever. I mean, and also not much reason for a timer. This is just frustrating. Why? Do I have a lot of revives? Nope. Let's get some more revives. How many full heals do I have? 0 full heals. It's time to start using full heals. Escape ropes. I have plenty because I always have something to use. Dig. Got enough. Oh, let's get some max repels. There we go. No point having a lot of money. Alright, on to Pokemon Tower. Do I have the... I thought I might have the bike selected. Although the bike really isn't any faster than running, is it? Oh no, I screwed it up. It just blows up for no reason, like why? Why the Quiet Robe X? Like, why did Quiet Robe have to, like... What do you mean? What the Quiet... Why the color X we've never seen before it possessed Raven... The color X we've never seen before to possess Ravenbeak. Is it a different color? I didn't even notice that. Is it not yellow, green, or red? I didn't even see that. Don't stand out to me. They must have thought it needed to be like a cool X to possess him. Which theoretically shouldn't matter. I feel like any X can possess anyone. The X player either possesses Ravenbeak, the color I haven't seen before. I'm pretty sure it's purple. Really? Huh. Didn't really stand out to me. That's odd. I mean, I guess the X, like, inside the core in core X's have been purple because they are like a bunch of different colors. But yeah, just out like that. Never purple before. Also, presumably that X had already eaten Kraid's corpse, because it turns into like Kraid with Ravenbeak head inside it. That's kind of weird. We're gonna have to wait another 19 years to find out. Yeah, that's just the standard now. Now we're going to get 10 mid-quos to between like Fusion and Dread. Turns out Samus went in a billion different adventures in that time. Actually, Dread at least doesn't feel like it happens immediately after Fusion, in the way that Metroid 2 really clearly happens right after Metroid. Like, why would Samus wait? Why would the Federation wait? They knew where Metroids came from. Why did Samus do a million other things? Because they were just busy with the Phazon thing. Forgot about Metroids for a while. Even though they kept finding Metroids in every planet they went to. Yeah, I could probably put a game between 4 and 5. Yeah, I feel like it would. And they do it even if, like, when you couldn't. But yeah, I would actually, like, if I could choose, I would prefer for Prime 4 to be a sequel to Dread than anything else. Just make it straight up a sequel to Dread and be Prime 4. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to happen after Prime 3. Like, why put even more stuff between Metroid 1 and 2? Such a weird setting. Yeah, maybe also could be between two. I don't think it's going to be between the two because I feel they probably want Samus to look more like, you know, Samus in the Fusion. Samus is kind of a two different design. After Dread, she at least looks more like a traditional suit. Why is Samus ship different from 3 to 4? Samus ship different between Metroid 3 and 4 because it crashes into asteroids in the opening to Fusion. You see the Metroid, like the Super Metroid design ship, crash into asteroids when Samus passes out from the X. I don't know why in Prime 3 Samus ship looks different and then goes back to looking the same. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's a new ship in Fusion. Yeah, it's just the opening, so you understand that it makes sense. Like, because Samus has a red ship in Zero Mission. Then that gets shut down, and she escapes in a pod. Then in 2, as well as Samus Returns, she has like the what you think of as Samus' ship. Same for Prime 1, 2, and like, yeah, for Prime 1 and 2 and for Super Metroid. But for some reason in Prime 3 she has like a different ship that shoots stuff. And then she gets her old ship back. I don't know, she gets tired of it. I don't remember this. Does that ship get destroyed in Prime 3? Does she use it? Oh, I forgot to. Good thing I just saved. I forgot to check the dialogue. Maybe that's just she decides to use a more shooty kind of ship very briefly and then goes, actually I prefer my old ship. So let's see. Hey Samus, what brings you here? Is your Pokemon dead? No? Oh well, let me give it another shot then. Let's go. So yeah, again, I'm making Dark Samus more mean than blue/green, whatever you call him. So, Rival Dark Samus wants to battle. And she has a shoulder, which is good against my Metroid, so I'm going to switch out. I don't really have anything super effective against it. So let's go Corax. Boop. What's up? Withdraw. That's fine. He's gonna poison you then. But yeah, I feel like they'll probably make Metroid Prime 4 a sequel to Prime 3 and still be in that weird setting. Just make it about something completely unrelated to any other games. But I think they want to still have like access to Metroids and I don't know. Probably Ridley. Let's just have Ridley in another game. Let's just have Ridley in every game. I was glad Ridley wasn't in Dread. If I had to guess before that, I'd probably have said like 60% chance Ridley was, although I was hoping not. When I saw Kraid in the trailer, I got like a good hope that he wouldn't be, because there was already like a classic boss being brought back. Psylocke's gonna be in it, right? Yeah, I think I kept hearing people say that, so I assumed there's some kind of interview or something that said he would be. I don't know though if that's before they decided to really restructure the game. Hope Metroid 6 has Krogomire, yeah, as the true boss. He was planning everything all alone, he was pulling the strings. Mother Brain was just a puppet. He didn't really die. That skeleton was fake. He actually escaped in a spaceship. Krogomire is the true boss of every Metroid game. Actually no, the canonic ending to Super Metroid is you skip Grappling Beam because it's useless, and you just Shine Spark your way to wreck a ship. So you never killed Krogomire. It got in a ship, just like the animals. So it got in a ship, it escaped, and now it's going to have its revenge because you exploded his planet. It was me, Sam, as I encouraged the shows to build a Metroid to create the X also. And I created the X also. Entice Ravenbeak to give you his DNA, yeah. I cloned Ridley, who is my son. Yep. Krogomire is behind everything. You should have killed him in Super Metroid, but that's not the canonic ending. The creators of the game never expected you to think that getting grappling hook was a good idea, so they assume you didn't kill him. Protect! And nothing happened. Hooray! I never really got the point of protect. I did just going to attack again next turn unless it's like the other guy is depending on a 2-turn move. I guess you can switch into something, and then if you're faster, like someone digs and then you switch to your Pokemon and protect, but then you got a free switch. I don't know, but generally you can get basically a free switch by just switching in someone who's resistant. I don't know, I'm not very good at Pokemon. Maybe there's a really good use case that I'm not thinking of. I created the ship in Metroid 3, I created Phazon, yeah, in the lab. He invented Phazon all by himself. What shall we do? Am I still poisoned? I'm sure. No, not because I took damage. I don't even know what type I am right now. But yeah, because that's really strong. I'll try to poison it. Shockwave, huh? Okay. Wow! Ah, that was a crit. I thought it was way too much there. Oh no, I was weak to poison. I got hit with water stuff. Alright, alright, alright. I still don't get... Maybe I haven't played Prime, you know. I actually replayed Prime 2, but I didn't, you know, read the lore again. Why did Ether or Aether, or whatever, however you pronounce it, why did that planet split into Light and Dark World when it got hit by a phase-on meteor? Like, why did that happen there and nowhere else? Oh, Shockwave does a lot of damage from Kadabra. Like, there's a high special. Well, I never got why that happened. Yeah, I'm actually having a pretty hard time against this rival. She's really strong. I might have to do all this stuff before that. What should we do? I'm going to assume I'm faster and just hope for the high damage, or should I paralyze it? I'll try to do high damage. I missed. Sludge bomb. I'm assuming it's gonna just take me out. Yep. So yeah, we have a problem. We only have Metroid left for everything that's left. So let's. Only Dragon Rage does damage. It's going to be a 2-hit, almost definitely. Right? Yeah. Okay. Sludge bomb, not great, not great. I'm poisoned, that's even less great. I'm probably gonna lose this. Even if I shed skin pretty fast, it's still a lot of damage. What's next? I forget the team I built myself. Now's the Gamma Metroid because we started with X. Dragon Rage is not extra damage because... But it's the only one that's normal damage. Because I'm pretty sure like Gen 1 bug is weak against poison, but now it's strong, right? Still just in rage for 2 Dragon Rages? No! Oh, so close again. Oh no. I'm gonna lose for sure. Unless what's left is weak towards me, but I don't think it is. What have we got? Primeape. Yeah, I got nothing. Just do the 2 Dragon Rages. Bulk up, attack rose, that's not good. It's gonna one-shot me now. Actually, no. Actually, I don't think so. Oh, it definitely is. It isn't! Oh, Rock Throw sucks so bad. I underestimated how bad Rock Throw is. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, Taurus. There's 0 chance that I'm going to one-shot a Taurus. Even if I got a crit, like I'll do Shockwave just for like the minuscule chance for a crit. Oh, it's even faster than me. Well, 10 levels weaker and still faster. Taurus is really good. I'm going for a jog. Be back later if you're still streaming. Have a nice jog. I mean, I'll probably be done, I think, after this battle, so yeah. Probably not, but I want to try the battle again at this level. Just so it's still a challenge. Don't want to just level up past it. But yeah, I'll probably be done after this battle. Should we start with something else? There was a Cloister and we started with Mysterior. What's up? Oh! Is Cloister already Ice type? Sorry, is Shelder already Ice type, or is Cloister only Ice type? Because I have Iron Tail. Yeah, no. It's only water, so it's not very effective. And probably Pursuit's better anyway, because it's special. Well. Yeah, should definitely have just used 2 pursuits, it would already be out. So that was unnecessary damage. Nidorino, what's up? Release Iron Tail against you. This is strong. Yep. I'm not using another Iron Tail because I'm dead. Because it got a crit. That's bad. That is very bad. But at this point I can just Dragon Rage it. Let's hope at this point we are doing better. Pokémetroid. Sucks that a couple Dragon Rages don't do the job for this one. Dragon Rage back. I'm gonna switch out to Core X. Because if it's doing Dragon Rage, that's fixed damage. I have a lot of HP. Canario Ace, that's super effective. Critical hit and super effective, didn't even do half of the health it had left. Gunting Grain. Let's try to last. Thunderbolt. Not that great. Not electric. Heal a little bit. It's poison it. It has between poison gas not being that accurate. Well, I'm trying to poison it anyway. Or should I set up Reflect? I feel like it's just going to use Dragon Rage anyway. I'll set up Reflect. I'm not going to kill it in one hit. So, I don't know, maybe try to Vice Grip and I save the damage. No, didn't even attack, duh. Yeah, that was dumb. There was no reason for me to be worrying about that. Primeape, my boy. Dragon Rage. Because it's going to raise its defense anyway. Rock Throw is very bad. And we got it. Now Taurus, what do I do? It's actually really bad. I won't even survive long enough against the Taurus to set stuff up. Let's just hope its HP isn't as good as its like speed and attack. Oh, we did Horn and only hit one. That's no, Horn attack is just really bad. Yeah, Horn attack just really sucks. Alright. So I'm dead. Its HP is it can't be that bad. Only if it's like no, it just killed me. Or if it like didn't do anything for 2 turns. I'm just gonna take the L, and we're going to go back next time. Just going to let my gem Pokemon go down. I have like no money because I just used it all up. So let's just get the XP that we got from the failed attempts and come back first thing next stream. Boop. So yeah, the rival's pretty hard, which is the plan. I want the rival to be difficult. Like, she's really not over leveled. She just has a full team and we have like only 3 Pokemon. But they're not like higher level than ours. So we'll just, maybe I'll use a TM or something. Although it was pretty close. Maybe I could just do it now. But yeah, that was it for this run. I'm trying to keep this like 2 hours each. So yeah, see you guys next time. Thanks for dropping by, and I'll try to do this pretty fast and just post this. No problems were found this run, nothing to change. Let's keep going. Bye.